And Trey and the other people that I hear, I agree entirely. I mean, this is the problem that we face, and what we're looking for is a solution. Yes, small government, personal liberty. These are things that we're looking for back to the Constitution. What I'm trying to do and how I go after it is the solution. What is it? So, I'm going to make myself use these notes. Okay, so the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won, whereas he who is destined to defeat first fights and afterward looks for victory. This is Sun Tzu, who was a Chinese gentleman. And what we're seeing is most of the policies that are enacted now from the progressive era, starting from around 1913. And what we need to find out is what's the heart of the progressive era, how does it work, and how can we stop it? And what we have found is it goes back to Hamilton, who believed that the heart of big government was centralized banking. So an effective way to be able to approach this is to let's address centralized banking. Now, I'm not necessarily up here saying in the Fed or don't in the Fed. What I'm here to do is to present you with information. I'm not going to put much of my opinion in this. I'm going to give you fact. And from there, you can determine your own solutions, because that's what we have to do. Unfortunately, now the responsibility, or fortunately, one or the other, has really come to us to establish facts in our mind so that our opinions aren't given to us by other people. So I want to thank Johnny for letting me be here, and all of you for allowing me to be here. These are scary times, I know that. But they're also very exciting times, because everybody who is a believer in personal liberty is allying together now. We all know what's at stake. There are a lot of people who have been working in this field for decades, and right now, where the system is starting to crumble, is where you're seeing their work come to fruition. George Washington, he said that government was a dangerous servant. Right? He said it was like fire. And clearly, in this case, and which has been mentioned before, we have lost control of our government. So how do we get control of it back? One of the problems that we face is the delusion of effort based on our inner dickering, and also based on a lot of the information that we get on a daily basis. So you'll watch TV and you'll see something like my father, who was a big boomer and loved the Apollo program, and he sees these things about NASA and he goes crazy. I mean, it upsets him that badly. And the problem for us is, as these things are attacked, it's very difficult to us to focus on an offensive strategy in order to defend ourselves and what we believe America is in the direction that it should go. So you have to focus. If you block out this noise and you maintain your focus on the solution, it can bring you to the main topic. And our main topic in this is centralized banking. Through this process, all of you are going to become amateur economists. Yuck. You lay intellectuals. And what I found for me personally is, once I know a subject, once I have it, then it's very difficult for people to rock me off of it, because I actually have the facts. I'm not up here saying I think, I've read it, it's my experience. And when I start saying I think, then yes, they can move me around. So through this process, you're going to learn, you're going to study, and one of the founding fathers said that the best way to restore liberty or to maintain liberty for your country is to learn something new every day. So that's what you're doing, that's going to be your focus. And what you'll find is Keynesian economics. Keynesian economics is supported mostly by the progressive people, or state economics. They try to make it sound extremely complicated. When it comes to anything with economy or monetary policy, they're going to throw out a lot of fancy reports, they're going to say a lot of fancy things, and they're going to confuse you, and you go, well, they just must be right. That is not so. They're basically pseudo-intellectuals, and they don't have any leg to stand on, because if we've seen anything in the last 100 years, Keynesian economics is a failure. Absolutely. We've also seen that socialism is a failure. These are ideas of the 20th century that have failed. So they don't really have any leg to stand on. So don't let them try to overcomplicate the issue. When you look at it, when you're thinking about economy, when you're thinking about monetary policy, trust yourself. Because usually, the simple answer is the right answer. So your common sense, when you look at it and say, hey, you shouldn't print money in your basement, that's probably the right answer.